Hi everybody, this is Patty with Get Balanced 2020, and I'm here today on Monday, Mindful Monday. If people don't understand what Get Balanced 2020 is we're putting mind, spirit, and body together to get a balanced life. Monday's about mindfulness, Wednesday's about nutrition, and Friday is about fitness, Fitness Friday. Saturday we give a little bit of spirituality, intuition, and all that kind of talk, but Monday's mindful madness. Just got done with a workout, and basically one of the things that we do with that workout is we get the blood flow to our brain and the oxygen to our brain, and with that it helps begin to change the chemical balances in our body as far as our thinking process. And the more that we do that, the better we can feel, and the better our body actually can work efficiently and also think more effectively. But today what we're going to talk about, and if you want to get a notebook, it's really good to have a plan for the year, in not only with what we eat and exercise with, but also what we think. And so if you start a notebook now, and then a year down the road, you can reflect back and see how much you've changed. So that's sort of the goal of the notebook. I ask all my clients to do that, and it's sort of mandatory so that we can look back to see where that is. But the thing is, today we want to talk about bad habits and toxicity. So bad habits are something that we do, and we sabotage ourselves with. And a lot of people say it takes 21 days to break a bad habit. Not really. For some it may take more, for some it takes less, depends on what that habit is, how fast they recognize that as a bad habit, and then how to go ahead and effectively if you've had a bad habit for 30, 40 years, it's not going to take overnight to fix it. So for some people, like my mother, she smoked for 40 years, 35, 38, 40 years, and because of her health, she had to have 3 stents put in. She had to quit smoking cold turkey. She was able to do it. It all is in the mindset of what we have as a bad habit. Is it a psychological thing? Is it a physiological thing, or whatever? So with a bad habit, you find what your bad habit or habits are, and you recognize them. That's number one. We recognize what our habit is. We need to go ahead and then address what that is and how we're going to make a plan to change that. So when we take a bad habit, we have to go ahead and remove that, but we have to replace it with something healthy. So if you remove the bad habit and don't replace it with something healthy, then basically you're going to go right back to that bad habit again. Same with toxicity. Okay, so when people say, what do you mean by toxicity? Well, we have things that come into our life, we allow into our life, and basically what that does is it's destroying or destructive. It's not healthy, could be codependent, could be a lot of things. But we need to recognize what or who is toxic in our life. And so we need to evaluate everything that's going on in our life right at this moment. Don't worry about the future, don't worry about the past. What's going on in this moment of being a bad habit, or what is toxic? So the first thing is to recognize. So in your notebook, you're going to write down what is toxic, what is a bad habit in my life. You might come up with a whole list, you might only come up with one. It all just depends on you and where you're at in this process. Number 2, what we're going to do is we're going to make a plan. We're going to say, okay, what am I going to do to get rid of this bad habit? Is it smoking? Is it alcohol? Is it a person that's abusive in your life? Is it somebody that is bringing their toxic life into you? Because that's very negative. A lot of people don't realize that when you have a friend or a family member that has always got drama and it's bringing it to you, your energy is absorbing that, and that is toxic. You need to have healthy people around you. So that's actually number 3. So what we're going to do is number 2, have a plan. What is my plan to get rid of it? I am going to give myself a week to get rid of this and replace it with this. If it's something really heavy, that's physical, like alcohol, you cannot just stop alcohol. I've been in chemical dependency before. That could kill a person depending on how bad their addiction is to alcohol. So that's something totally different that you need help, and you also need a support group with. But I'm talking about I'm eating too much, and or I'm eating all carbohydrates, or I eat when I'm stressed, or so you need to figure out, okay, that's a really bad habit, that's stuffing some of the stuff. So what you need to do is, okay, I stuff my face when I'm stressed out. So I need to say, okay, I'm not going to stuff my face. I'm going to go take a walk. So you're taking the old habit, replacing it with a good habit. So that's the plan, number 2. Number 3 is actually implementing the plan. Now, when I was bodybuilding and people were trying to sabotage me, what I found out, my closest family members were sabotaging me. Oh, you're never going to do it. You're never going to make it. You did yo-yo diets before. This is never going to happen. That has to go. That needs to be put on the back burner. Yes, a family member, you just need to divorce them for a while because that's not healthy for you to start your plan. So number 1, get your notebook, recognize what the things are. Number 2, start to implement it. What are you going to remove and replace it with? And number 3, start implementing it. So that's what we're focusing on today. So what I would like you to do this week is make sure that you write everything down. And if it's a long list, you need toilet paper to write on it and keep it rolling, that's what you're going to do. But then the next session, once we get this in your notebook and to figure out, then we're going to go ahead and work on getting it all put together, the step 3, and how to keep doing that, because you're going to get weak. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to say, oh, nothing's happening, nothing's right, nothing's changing, and I really miss this person. That's because you've been living dysfunctional and you've been allowing that toxicity and badness into you, the negative into you. But you need to have somebody around. You need an accountability partner for all of this and just keep you going and on the right path. So next week we'll discuss step 3 a little bit more. If you have any questions, please go ahead and go to our website, www.getbalance2020. Go on our YouTube, like, share, or subscribe. Or you can also email me through our website. We also have a Facebook under Get Balance 2020, or you can look up Patty Hall and you'll find me there. Please go ahead and message me. I would love to hear from you and if I can help you in any way. You have a great day, and I'm going to go shower before I stink up my work. You have a wonderful day now. Bye-bye.